Nucleus Software is the corporate on our radar today. The company reported what was a good fourth quarter and closed the year with an order book of around 640 odd crores. Not only that, at its conference call post-earnings, the management said besides firming up their presence in India, they were focusing on high-growth markets in Southeast Asia and Australia. Vishnu R Dusad, who's the MD and CEO of the company, now joins in to take some questions as well as give us a sense in terms of the demand trends and how FY24 is shaping up. Mr. Dusad, hi, welcome to the show. Thank you very much for joining in. If you could just start by giving us a sense in terms of the expansion plans that you have on the cards when it comes to geographies. You have indicated that you are looking at new geographies. Can you highlight the plans for us in FY24 as well as the amount that you're willing to spend?
Thank you. Thank you for raising the very meaningful question. Australia, we have been present in that geography for last decade or so. So what we are attempting to do is strengthen our presence there by signing up more and more customers and making sure that our existing customers are very delighted with our solution. So that is one geography that we are focusing on, and we will be spending substantial sums of money to make sure that our value proposition is visible in that market. Likewise, we are focusing on Southeast Asia as a geography, and we've again been there for now more than a quarter century. And in fact, our first product sale had happened in Indonesia 30 years back, more than 30 years back. So that's Southeast Asia is another geography where we are focusing. In the meanwhile, as we prepare ourselves for the developed part of the world, we are studying more geographies, their nuances that are required in those geographies, and preparing both our products as well as our implementation methodology for these respective geographies. And that is how we are preparing ourselves.
Okay. Yes. Mr. Dusad, I wanted to understand, since you're talking about these expansion plans across geographies, India, the last time I checked, it was 50% of your top line, but 75% of operational profit. So your margins from Indian business were higher. As you expand, what happens to margins? Because Q4 margins were very strong at 40%. Do you think with this expansion, there could be some moderation in margins?
Certainly, there will be moderation in margins, depending upon which geographies we get our next set of orders from, and also it will also depend on how much of investment has gone in. When we say investment, we are talking about things like marketing and sales expenses. So depending upon how those expenses increase, the margins could come under pressure.
Okay. All right. Can you just give us a breakup in terms of what we can expect when it comes to your product revenue as well as your project and services revenue? I know projects and services is smaller in terms of a percentage of sales, but if you could give us a sense in terms of growth, considering that last quarter it was flattish on a Q-on-Q basis, whereas you've done quite well on your product revenue side.
So the reason we have done well on the product revenue side is our product, which deliver immense value to our customers, they were, made available to our prestigious customers at literally ultra deep discounted prices. Now, what we are doing is going back to our customers and requesting them that, those prices are no longer, affordable as far as we are concerned. So to make sure that, we continue to build a long-term business, we are going to them for a price hike. And the margins that you get to see, or the increase in the top line that you get to see on product side, is essentially coming from that front as far as this Q4 is concerned.
So price hikes is something that has aided margins as well this time. And you said that most of the incremental revenues had come from retrofitted AMC contracts as well. Are you seeing plans backing out because of price hikes? Are you taking more pricing revisions going forward as well? Because we're talking about some demand concerns. We spoke to a lot of spending cuts as well. Is that something that you are seeing? Any cancellations or any postponements?
Not at all. We have been going to all our customers, and they are very appreciative of this need and the discussions around. And we have not experienced even one single cancellation.
Okay. But are you getting incremental orders at the same rate that you probably did in the past couple of quarters? The incremental wins?
Yeah, certainly. Though the incremental wins are at the new prices, please.
How much are the prices higher by, Mr. Dusad? And did we see any newer clients, newer interests? Because we have been talking about, these AMC retrofitting prices and additional clients as well in some of the segments.
Yeah, we certainly have signed up new customers at the new prices, and we will be talking about it at an appropriate point of time. As far as as I've mentioned, the new orders are concerned, they have been signed at the new prices. So because that is a base now that with which we need to work.
Okay. You have over close to 600 crores of cash on books?
That's right. Our board has announced 100% dividend this time, and they'll continue to keep a close eye on how this cash needs to be put to use.
But any plans that you could probably share with us, maybe inorganic plans in terms of utilization of cash?
As of now, there are no plans for any inorganic acquisition. So we will continue to focus on organic growth.
Okay. All right, Mr. Dusad, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for joining us and explaining to us what's happening with the company and generally demand scenario as well. That's the word coming in from Nucleus Software. Stellar Q4 performance. The stock is up 200% in just last 5 months. So good performance and the outlook also looking good. That's the reason the stock is excited in last 5 months. We'll do one thing, slip in